Hey guys, welcome to week 6 of the GBA. This week we're going up against Nexus, the coach of the Pittsburg Pichus. Of course, I'm the coach of the Melbourne Rotoms, and we're 4-1 right now, one of the top couple of teams in the league. We've had some really great games, and my goal for the season was to just win half the game. So if we win this one, we actually reach what I'm looking for, but I think probably 2 to 3 more wins guarantees playoffs, but obviously each win would be really nice. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. As always, if you guys enjoy, please show support by leaving a like. Go check out Nexus, linked in the description below as well. And yeah, okay, so Nexus ended up bringing most of the things I expected him to. I was actually really worried about Mimikyu, so kind of surprised not to see that, just because Ghost and Fairy has ridiculous coverage against my team, and it does pressure my Rayquaza a bit more, so I'm actually quite happy not to see Mimikyu come out. I wanted to bring Azelf in this game, and I think I'm actually going to stick with the lead here. So you'll notice I went with Magmortar and Azelf in this game, and that's because I wanted Rock's pressure earlier on. It helps especially against Rotom, but just getting chip damage against everything is quite nice, and this felt like a great week for Azelf because Stab Psychic does a lot. You see against the Venusaur, the Buzzwole, even Rotom and Primarina, and because this team isn't very fast, I opted for Admin Set instead of Jolly because Jolly isn't really necessary, so I think I'm going to stick with my lead of Azelf for now. This is designed to once again be a game where Rayquaza can sweep. If it gets a Dragon Dance off, Dragon Ascent can one-shot so many of the things. I have V-Create on Rayquaza as well, so that can one-shot Celesteela even without the boost. The Zygarde is something I think I should have honestly prepared for a little bit better. I feel like I kind of underrated it going into this week. And then I saw Nexus's win from this past weekend, and he just absolutely demolished with Zygarde, so that is going to be pretty scary, but he is going to lead Primarina, so get my notes out. Primarina, what's got in the back again? Rotom, Celesteela, Zygarde, Venusaur, and Buzzwole. Okay, first thing I want to calc is how much a Zen Headbutt does, because he's probably going to two-shot me in return with something like Scald. I feel like Zen Headbutt probably gets the two-shot. Yeah, it should. But obviously there's a chance of missing as well. I just want to check Primarina's set. It could be Scarfed. I could definitely see it being Scarfed, especially to counter something like... actually, Scarf Mammal would still outspeed it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Rocks first turn. And he's not Scarfed, okay. I'm expecting like a Scald, a Surf, Moonblast. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That brings me down to Sash, making me think it's Spexed. I don't think Surf would do that much otherwise, but let me check. Yeah, it's got to be Spexed. Wait, does it have to be? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I don't really have a great switch into Specs Surf, so I'm just gonna Explode here. He doesn't have a great switch in, especially because he didn't bring the Mimikyu. So I am losing Azelf, which has Zen Headbutt against Venusaur and Buzzwole, so kind of wanted to conserve it. We actually get the clean knockout there on Primarina though, so we take those. Nice. So we trade 1 for 1, but I get my rocks up, which is great. Okay, so he's got Rotom, Celesteela, Zygarde, Buzzwole, so I kind of want to just switch in Rayquaza immediately, but the main reason I want Rayquaza is to pressure out Celesteela, potentially. That is my main win con, so I don't know if it's so good to bring it out immediately. Lopunny is the other thing I'm considering, but I'm worried about Celesteela switching in here. And if he switches in Celesteela while I have Rayquaza out, I'm in a really good spot. Let me just make sure. So my Rayquaza is Waterfall. I want to make sure that I can knock out Rotom at 75%. No, it does. Oh, wait. Yeah, I am Jolly. That probably won't get the knockout. Could go into Lopunny, honestly. But Like, he's not going to want to switch into something that has a bad matchup against Rayquaza. Yeah, I don't know how bulky the Rotom is, and I kind of want to chip it more so that I guarantee a knockout with Waterfall. So, you know what, I'm going to bring out Lopunny here, I think. Yeah, I'll be kind of annoyed if Celesteela comes in, because I could have brought in Rayquaza, but it's not the end of the world if it does. What is that? It is Celesteela. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I do have Fire Punch on this bad boy. That's pretty good damage, actually. Should two-shot it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Fire Punch. I could switch out, but Celesteela is one of the more annoying Pokemon to deal with. I am annoyed at myself for not bringing Rayquaza, but that's fine. Rayquaza's still in a prime position. Just get a late game sweep right now. Oh, that is super defensively bulky. It's gotta be like bold max. And these lefties, okay. Kind of wish I had Encore right now, but it's fine. Thinking of bringing out Magmortar. He could have Earthquake, but Magmortar will still be faster and pressure him to switch out next turn, so I'll switch out here. Very physically defensive. That looks like it's like max HP defense Celesteela. Which is kind of annoying because Rayquaza could have just literally recreated it and gotten a knockout. But yeah, I don't want to give up my sweeper this early on in the game. Let's see if he's bold. Yeah, I guess if he's bold max, then actually now he's in V-Create KO range. This is a pretty easy prediction for him. Like, Earthquake here is a pretty easy move to make, but I still think it's okay bringing out Magmortar. The name of the game, once again, is really to just sweep with Rayquaza. Yeah, so he does go for the nice play of Earthquaking, but that's fine. Let's see, that does 106. I mean, so he pretty much has to switch out here. And he can't switch into Venusaur or Buzzwole. So the two options are obviously Zygarde and Rotom. And for either of those, my Mamoswine can one-shot because I've got Stone Edge on Mamo. So yeah, I really doubt he stays, and I think he has to switch out here. So to predict that, I'm going to switch out into my Mamo. Man, it's so annoying. I really should have just brought out Rayquaza earlier. Yeah, okay, he switches. What's coming out? Okay, it's Rotom. Nice. These lefties. So the question is whether I want to risk hitting a Stone Edge here or not. I think it's worth going for because Rotom is one of the more annoying threats to my team. Especially... It would give him a free switch into Zygarde though, and he could maybe Dragon Dance, but he doesn't know my item. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Stone Edge. And we connect, which is huge. Ooh, it actually survives. And he does hit Will-O-Wisp. Okay. Thought that would definitely knock out, but he's very defensively bulky. That's okay though. I'll still take that. I don't need Mamoswine too much in this game, other than to pressure Zygarde. So obviously the burn's like not ideal, but it's not the worst case at the end of the day. I could switch into Magmortar. The main thing is I don't want to knock him out and then get a free switch into Zygarde. That's the one thing I'm kind of worried about right now, a Zygarde sweep. But I've chunked away at things a decent amount. Yeah, I'm leaning towards switching out. The question is who? It's definitely not going to be Rayquaza. I don't want to risk Lopunny. I think Magmortar is probably the best switch out here. Because he has to sack the Rotom. This is kind of where I wish I had something with U-turn. Ooh, okay. He's going to defog there. That's a nice play. Which is kind of funny because I actually still have rocks on the Mamo. But that's fine. Yeah, so I do have Hidden Power Rock here, so I think we're just going to go for that to try to snipe the Rotom. Ooh, he's going to Volt Switch though, okay. Wasn't sure how much speed investment he was going to have there. I think surely Zygarde comes in and he's probably going to be like, oh man, is this HP Ice? But unfortunately it's not. Nice plays. I feel like I've been outplayed definitely the first couple turns here. And it really came from just not bringing in Rayquaza in that position, but I still don't mind saving it for late game, because I think the goal is still to really sweep with it. It's gotta be Zygarde, right? Oh, I wish I had HP Ice here so badly. That would have been the biggest pop-off of my life. Yeah, I'm definitely going out into Mamo here. I'm burnt, but I'm still Scarf and I pressure with Ice Cold Crash, so it's fine. Like, Rayquaza should win me this game. If I can pressure out this Zygarde. Yeah, I should have calced the Stone Edge though, I think on Rotom. So I'm admin max. And he did take rocks damage as well, so I wonder if that was a roll or not. I mean, it depends if he's like max HP, max defense. I actually like thought twice about HP Ice on Magmortar as well. I ended up going for Rock because I thought Rotom would be really annoying to deal with, but before going into this match I was like, I probably should have changed it to HP Ice. He's made some really nice plays so far though. I feel like I haven't been playing very well, I've just been kind of clicking buttons, so I'm gonna need to step it up a little bit. Nah, he's just gonna DD, that's fine. Should be able to take any attack that comes from him, so I'm just gonna Ice Cold Crash. Getting burnt with Mammal was not good though. I thought Stone Edge would definitely knock out, but once again, yeah, he's invested a ton of defensive bulk on a lot of things, which makes sense because my team is so offensively oriented. So well done on his end to make the spreads like that. This will be interesting. He's just gonna 1,000 arrows. Okay, how much does that do? 183 to 47. That's a ton actually. I do hit Ice Cold Crash though, which is huge. It's not gonna knock out, but we'll take that damage for sure. Oh, that's so close too. Oh. That's fine. The issue though is that I might have to commit Rayquaza earlier than I'd like, which I'm really not a fan of, but I don't think he'll have priority on anything in the back. He's gonna E-Speed here, but I think I just give up Mammal because I don't have Ice Shard on it anyway. And then I have to bring in Rayquaza and Dragon Ascent next turn, because otherwise 1,000 Arrows just runs through my team. I think it should knock out Lopunny in the range that it's at. Check. It's a roll actually. Oh wait, no, I have defensive bulk, don't I? Yeah, he's gonna E-Speed. Should knock me out. Let's see, we got Dragon Dance, Extreme Speed. Regardless, I think I bring out Rayquaza and Dragon Scent. Let me just make sure what the roll is on Lopunny. How much bulk did I put on this? 108 HP. See, 1,000 arrows plus 1 does up to 132, and I have 135. So it actually won't knock me out. I guess I don't need Lopunny that much either, do I? Like, it's worth it if I get this knockout, because then Rayquaza just sweeps. So, according to this, singles admin shouldn't do more than 132 HP, and I have 135. It's just if he has a dragon type attack. Does Core Enforcer knock us out? No, that does. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, that's special. I don't know what his last attack is going to be, but yeah, I'm going to bring out the Lopunny. I don't think I'm missing anything played in here, but with the bulk, I guess, I mean, he could outrage. That's the one thing I'm worried about. Or you could have superpower. I'll go for it. If he just 1,000 arrows, then I think we should actually just have the game, more or less. Because that paves the way for Rayquaza to just clean up pretty much everything. But yeah, my life would have been so much easier if I just brought in Rayquaza initially, but I still don't regret that, because I knew that Rayquaza is amazing against this team, so setting myself up for a late game sweep is still, I think, what the goal should be. But I didn't play too well with the Mamo, and Azelf could have gotten more mileage, probably. Plus, yeah, HP Ice on Magmortar just would have been better. I just really wanted something to wall the Rotom going into this week. So we'll see what his last attack is, if he's got something crazy. Like, I mean, he could have superpower. But given what I've seen so far, I think it was worth it to bring out Lopunny, because it does guaranteed survive 1,000 arrows at +1, even from admin. And the Zygarde's the only real thing threatening the Rayquaza, I would say, because everything else he has is slower, and I can one-shot Buzzwole and Venusaur with Dragon Ascent, Waterfall to knock out Rotom, and V-Create to knock out Celesteela, so everything's in KO range, basically. But he does have Outrage, okay. That's fine, though. Yeah, because he has to commit to it. Which means I get to bring in Aegislash and knock him out for free. So obviously it's pretty scary because we are playing from behind, but once again, the goal of this game really was to swoop with Rayquaza. So let me just click Shadow Ball here. And yeah, the fact that I have my Rayquaza Sash conserved is a really big deal as well right now. So we'll knock out Zygarde here. Yeah, it was a huge burn onto the Mamo, so that was really well done on his end. But Zygarde will faint. Okay, down to 4. It's gonna be a 2-on-4, but once again, I think I do have to watch out though, because Rayquaza's 1 V-Create can actually miss, which is scary. Plus, it does lower my speed, so I have to watch out for that as well. Kind of wish I had Overheat right now, just because the accuracy of that's higher, but I went for V-Create because even against like max bulk Celesteela, it does more than Overheat, because I'm physically invested. Nexus has played really well so far though, honestly. I should have assumed like max bulk on everything earlier on. I feel like I let the Rotom get way too much off. Yeah, plus eating up the burn wasn't worth it for Mamo. I think it would have been better just to pivot out straight into Magmortar in that position. Let's see what comes in though. I feel like Celesteela maybe? Yeah, because I'm not too worried about the others. Those aren't really too much of a concern. You could bring out Rotom as well. But I think Soul Steel is actually the best thing to bring out. And then I can just King Shield. The only thing I'm worried about is the Cell Steela. So because I'm worried about Cell Steela, I might actually just go for a Shadow Ball. It's actually going to be Buzzwole. What are the Z movers in this team? Oh, Cell Steel is one of them. Okay. Okay, let me make sure Buzzwole doesn't have any crazy setup moves or anything. Probably, I mean, you can just EQ. But he doesn't have anything outrageous. Do I want to... I mean, the one thing I'm scared about is like a substitute. But he should have knocked me out once I switch into Blade Form anyway. So let me just King Shield. Maybe I clicked that too fast and he's going to go for something crazy here. I really didn't expect Buzzwole to even come out this week. No? Yeah, he's just EQing. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to click Shadow Ball here. And he actually predicts me to hard switch. Okay. Yeah, there's no reason to give up Rayquaza. Because that's my win con. So there's no reason to switch out there. Because even if I faint to the EQ, then I get the Rayquaza in for free. Nice, that's really good damage. Let me just check how much EQ actually does. Quick, single target, maybe slash shield. Definitely knocks out from this range. I think I might just Shadow Sneak here then. To get the free switch into Rayquaza. Yeah, and if he gets greedy and goes for an Ice Punch, that's even better, but... Yeah, he's gonna EQ. That's fine. Okay. So Rayquaza finally comes out now, which is what we were going for this entire game. Okay. For a second I was worried about it getting a speed boost, but I was like, no. It's scary though, because I think I do have to hit the V-Create, but I do get 2 chances at it. I don't think anything on his end should have priority. It's not Scarf Buzzwole either. Like, nothing Scarfs and nothing can outspeed Rayquaza even before the Dragon Dance. I actually do have to watch out because Dragon Dance only has 8 PP as well. So that's something I have to be careful about. I think I still click it here though. Yeah. Yeah, and he's gonna sack the Buzzwole. Okay, so Rayquaza can one-shot everything on his end right now. He should bring out Cell Steela, but we've chipped it enough where V-Create won't get the knockout onto it. It just doesn't feel great relying on the accuracy of V-Create, but I can afford to miss one, I think, because he shouldn't have priority on Venusaur or Rotom. Just scary to be in a position where I have to potentially hit. I mean, I could miss 2 in a row. V-Create's accuracy is only, what, 80%? Yeah, there's Cell Steela. And even if this is max, which I think it is actually. V-Create does 79 to 94. He looks like he's at like 75. Man, I just hate being in a position where like I have to hit it. But like I said, if I miss one and he's max, then he could actually survive the next one. So yeah, if we hit this, it's just game over. Alright, let's hope. Okay, nice. Whew. That was so scary, honestly. But we do get the knockout. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, Rayquaza should just beat Venusaur and Rotom, especially because I've got Waterfall. My goal going into this match was really to... So I was really worried about Mimikyu, actually. I'm kind of surprised that didn't come out, because that was the main threat to my Rayquaza, because it outspeeds at base 96 if you're Jolly. And so the goal was to basically knock out Mimikyu before everything else, and then sweep with Rayquaza. So because he didn't bring Mimikyu, my job was a little bit easier, and I knew Zygarde was the only real threat. And to be honest, he did put himself in a really good position to sweep with it, but yeah, I knew he couldn't do everything, right? Like, if he didn't have Outrage there, then Lopunny survives, and knocks it out with Ice Punch, and the only way you knock me out is with Superpower or Outrage. Superpower would have been the worst case, but it's probably unlikely he was going to carry that. I think it's more optimal to switch out Rayquaza, because I am at -1 speed. And just guarantee, I just want to make sure Rayquaza does knock out Mega Venusaur. I mean, even if it doesn't, I can just Dragon Dance anyway, right? Oh, that most definitely should. Yeah, so I think it's best to just switch out and sack the Magmortar. Nice, okay. I think we're playing for differential at this point. I should survive an attack. Question is whether he wants to Volt Switch out or not. I wonder if an Overheat knocks this out. I feel like it'll be really close. I want to Overheat kind of to punish a potential switch out. That should actually knock it out. Yeah, I'm gonna Overheat. He could Volt Switch, which I think I survive because I'm Assault Vest. Oh, he's actually overheating. Okay. But yeah, we survive with AV. Does that knock out? Nice. Okay. So Magmortar actually picking up its first knockout of the league. Yeah, this Rotom was so annoying though. That survival from the Stone Edge was huge. I got lucky too. I hit my low accuracy attacks in this game, and I'm not too happy about how I played it because I should never be in a position where I have to rely on hitting those, especially earlier on in the game. I'm just gonna check Venusaur's moveset because I could switch out to conserve differential here, but if he has Sleep Powder, I mean, he's like, is he gonna have Sleep Powder? I doubt it, but I could lose to me switching out, him hitting Sleep Powder, and then having HP Ice, so it's better just to get the guaranteed win here, I think. And not, yeah, play cocky or anything. It's really interesting, because obviously I'm, what, 4-1 coming into this week, but my differential is literally +4, because each week it's come down to, like, the last Mons, but I feel like for the most part, in most of those matchups, I put myself in a position where, yeah, I'm down to the last Mon, but I knew I was going to win in most of those, like, towards the end of the game, and it was just about sacking, you know, these threats earlier to make sure that I can sweep in the end game with something, mainly Rayquaza, because Rayquaza's really been the MVP. Magmortar's faster as well, interesting. Actually doesn't do bad damage, but yeah, Insurance Dragon Ascent will KO it now. And he actually did have EQ, so I could have switched out, obviously, for differential, but I'm more concerned about getting the guaranteed win, because, you know, in VGC we always look for the worst possible outcome, and yeah, if he had Sleep Powder and HP Ice there, he hits it on the Sleep switch-in, he actually two-shots me, and that makes me lose the game. So, it wasn't worth it, even though the odds are slim, and he probably is not going to have Sleep Powder and HP Ice, but you never know. And now I just click Dragon Ascent, and that should be game. So yeah, the biggest turn this game was hitting the V-Create. I knew once I had chipped away at everything that Rayquaza really could sweep because there was no Mimikyu this game. So no Mimikyu made my life a lot easier. I prepped very hard for Mimikyu specifically. That's why I brought Magmortar, as well as Life Orb, Shadow Sneak, Aegislash. It's also part of the reason why I brought Prioritize Rocks this game too, because with Mimikyu, after you break the Disguise plus Rocks damage, you actually get the guaranteed knockout with Shadow Sneak from Aegislash if it has no bulk. So that's what I was going for there. But that was a really good, fun game. Good game to Nexus. He played really well, honestly. I feel like I was kind of getting run around the first couple of turns, and even though like I could see what was coming, I still didn't play around it very well. And the massive amounts of bulk on Celesteela and Rotom were obviously tricky. Plus, I was fortunate enough to hit my Stone Edge and V-Create. That was really big. A miss with either of those could have been pretty ugly. So, yeah, not too happy that I was in a position where I kind of needed to hit them. I could have afforded a V-Create miss because I still had Sash with Rayquaza in the end, but still kind of scary because if he was max like I expected him to be, since we saw Fire Punched it so little, then it's a roll on whether it knocks out the following turn after lefties. And if he Leech Seeds there, which he probably might have, then my life is even harder. But yeah, super good game. We do move on to 5-1. Go check out Nexus, linked in the description below. And thank you guys for watching. For those waiting for VGC content, it will be here very soon. I do apologize. I'm still in the midst of exams and everything. Although by the time this video goes up, I'll have completed everything. I'll just be away for a little bit for vacation, and then I'm back, and we'll focus more on VGC content. But yeah, we move on to 5-1. Good game to Nexus, and come back for week 7 of the GBA next week. All right, peace.